Hello everybody, welcome back. It's PH Picker. And today I'm going to share with you another one of my hobbies, beekeeping. And as you can see here, we got some boxes, just kind of some regular stuff. And what I'm doing is I'm doing some spring cleaning. This is what they call a super. And this is a kind of a half of a brood box. Brood box is a lot bigger. It's pretty much what the bees make their babies in. You don't really touch the brood box too much. That's all their stuff, all their honey in there. Every once in a while you want to go in and locate your queen, make sure your queen's doing okay, laying eggs like she should. If she don't, then you need to kill her and requeen. I know that sounds harsh, but that's kind of how beekeeping is. A queen bee she lives for a long time, so you don't have to do that all the time by any means. And sometimes they do it on their own. They do make their own queens. They call them virgin queens. And if the hive kind of as a whole feels like if she's not laying enough, then or the virgin queens, they'll attack her and they'll kill her themselves. They'll all come after her and even each other. And the last one standing wins. That's kind of a general rule of thumb on queening real quick. But anyway, you have to go in and do this every once in a while. If you don't, you get yourself in just a god-awful mess. As you can see here, here's the slat. This one is pretty old. I'm going to replace everything in that, scrape it all down, and I'm going to put a new center in. Now, this center is it's already pre-waxed. But I collect my own wax whenever I take all this off. I've got a whole bunch of wax in that, well, I just started this one. I just cleaned this one all up. This one looked like this one right here. I'll clean all of that out, I'll scrape all of this off. This stuff is really sticky. And as you can see, it's real pliable, but towards the edges, it's just like a glue that they make. You have to scrape all that off. Same thing on the insides. They will glue all this, called propolis. They'll glue all of this together, and I mean, it is just like a glue. Here's the tool that I use, and you got to wedge yourself in there. But I used to use that to scrape and stuff. That's a beekeeper's best friend right there. Anyway, generally, I've got 3 of these. I've got to go through 3 supers this year. I've decided to clean up, and out of 2 hives, that ain't too awful bad. So here's one I'm going to keep right now. This is kind of newer. You don't really want to touch this stuff too much. It's fragile, but they can put anything in there. They comb that out, and of course you can see where I messed it up here. I've touched it and it kind of looks like that, but they'll fix that when it gets back in the hive. Anyway, this is kind of a general. See, it's a little bit dirty on this side. This is where you get your darker honey a lot of times. They'll put, and actually there's still a little bit of honey in there, if you can kind of see. They'll also just put, and they've capped that over. I don't know if you can see that. See them caps on that? That's called caps, and they've capped it, but you see where the open holes is? There's really nothing down in there. So they started working on this last year a little bit, and they just didn't heat this for the winter, which is perfectly fine. They only need what they need, of course. And the queen herself, she keeps a whole bunch of worker bees in the middle with her in the wintertime, and that's how they survive. They flicker the wings for heat, and they just surround her because she's the life of the colony. A lot of people that's watching this might know this, and I'm just kind of going over general rules of thumb if you are not familiar with anything to do with bees. So anyway, just thought I'd share some little bit of something. And anyway, this is what it looks like. Now what I'm going to do after I've cleaned this all up and I've inserted this little slat, I'm going to melt down some wax, and I'm going to pour that wax over there as a base. Even though these come pre-waxed, there's not a lot of wax on them. It helps them quite a bit get started. And as you can see, now you can actually just put this in with nothing in it, and they'll still make honeycomb in that. you kind of got to guide. It helps as a guide, and it guides them into doing what you want them to do, because if not, they'll just, and look, I already got a fly up here. You'll get flies and wasps and other bees and everything. My beehive right now is probably about 10 miles away from here. I've got it over at my brother-in-law's, but he's got 2 places. I've got one on each place. So anyway, that's kind of the gist of it. Just kind of a simple gist. I've got to repaint this white. I don't guess you don't have to, but I do. Make sure all the nails, and this one's got staples, or just kind of a general fix, and these fit in here like this whenever you're done with them. And this one's kind of was already set up, as you can see. It fits in there just perfectly, and you'll go on down and there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, this is only for 7, so I like to put 9, and I'll show you one that I got. Is here in the back of my truck. This is one that I'm really just going to wax. I don't need a lot of cleaning up, but I need to wax a lot of these. And then that one right there it needs one extra one in it. And of course I got to clean it all up and everything, but it takes you quite a while to clean them up when they're dirty like that. But if you don't keep on it, you'll just get some really nasty honey. A lot of people like dark honey, and just because it's got more pollen in it, and a lot of people think that it helps with your allergies, and I'm sure it does. But most people like what they call comb honey, and that's your general honey that you see in the stores and stuff. It's a sweet honey. And you can just, you can make quite a bit of money off beehives if you really get into it. I'm just do it as a hobby, so I give away most of my honey. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. If you got any questions or anything, feel free to shoot me out, and I'll keep you updated. Sometime I'll go over, and next time I'm in my hive, I'll show you what it looks like, and just kind of keep up on stuff like that. So anyway, take care. I might not post another video for a couple of weeks. I'm getting ready to move out of my house for 9-10 days altogether. I'm doing a lot of work, and just getting everything out of there so it can be a lot easier. I'm putting in new flooring and painting, and the whole 9 yards. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. So anyway, if this is the last video you see me for a while, you know where I've been. Anyway, take care, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all the comments, actually, and any questions. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you later.